Okay, so we are sitting with this Surya Mudra, sitting in thunderbolt posture. If you have open hips and good ankles, I invite you here to try one more posture, Virasana, sitting between the heels. So we're gonna bring the feet a little bit wider and we're gonna sit between the heels. This is an advanced posture, so make sure you're not forcing yourself. This is just an option for someone who is more experienced or have open hips. And also if you have a yoga block, because I know that some of you have props, you can use it to sit on it. You could also use a book or a cushion. This is just an option, so you choose. You can remain in the previous position, sitting on your heels, it's also okay. And now we're gonna breathe Kapalabhati, which is fire breathing. So we're gonna create a lot of heat in that sector to activate also the Manipura chakra. It is basically normal inhalation and forceful exhalation. You can bring your palm on your belly. Some of you know it. You just breathe normally and then you exhale forcefully. And only the abdominal wall is moving. So the contraction is not from the nose. It's only from the abdominal wall. And we're going to do 20 of those. If you do this for a first time, then it's going to be slow. With the time, we're going to speed it up. Just breathe normally and then exhale, and you're going to only exhale. So don't think about the inhalation anymore. On your 20 exhalation, exhale all the air and rest for a moment. Close your eyes so the palm can be on the belly, just so that you can feel that movement if there is any change in the breath. But you can also feel free to rest it on your knee. Just for a moment, we're gonna do one more set 20 times. You can also count for yourself and take your time, no rush. No need to do it with my tempo. Inhaling, exhaling Kapalabhati. On your last exhalation, exhale all the air. Rest your palms for a moment on your knees. Close your eyes for a moment. Just observe your breath, observe the change in your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, open your eyes. You can release the mudra. Bring your palms in front of you, underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers. Bring your knees close, hip width apart, and from here we're gonna extend one leg. I will do the right first. We're gonna switch, so no worries. Draw the belly in. To make sure you're not arching the lower back. Draw the belly in, flattening the lower back. And then extend the other leg into high plank. If this is too much, you can keep the knees on the mat. Otherwise, stay in plank. Or switch the legs. You can do one by one. You can do one leg, and then you can switch. You're gonna stay in this high plank for 5 breaths. Push through the shoulders, push with the palms, push your heels back, and breathe normally. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, push your chest towards the knees. 5 breaths here. Pushing the palms down, holding the mat, opening the shoulders, pushing your heels down. Inhaling and exhaling, pushing your chest towards the knees. You can bend the knees if you're not sure. If your spine is straight, if you notice you're rounding the spine, just bend the knees. Now facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Lower down the knees, child's pose for a few moments. Rest your forehead on the mat. Rest in child's pose just for a few moments to observe the difference in the breath, the difference in your mind, and the difference the whole body. One more deep inhalation here, pushing the lower back, expanding the belly, feeling that strong core. Deep breath out, walk your palms forward, and through a tabletop pose, come into downward facing dog. One deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling, then bend your knees and look between the palms. Step your feet forward to the front side of the mat. Focus on holding the mat with your feet, engage in this feet lock, and vertebra by vertebra begin to roll your spine to come into standing position. Inhaling, raising the arms above the head, focusing on your core. Exhaling, folding forward all the way down, focusing again on that core, how it keeps you strong, and you're folding here from the core, strong abdominals. Inhaling halfway up, again we're gonna focus on that strong core burning. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and step back into plank, high plank. Lean a little bit forward here and drop your knees on the mat. Find one line between the knees and between your body. No need to go too deep. Just focusing on engaging the core, a little bit of burning. You're gonna stay here. Make sure you're not straining the neck, so you want to push through the shoulders, lifting the chest, keeping the head in line with the spine, and those elbows are pointing back. You can also micro bend them. The palms are active. Knees plank. It's easy, but when we stay here a little bit longer, it's getting burning there. Inhaling one more time. Exhaling, bend the elbows slowly, as slow as you can. We're gonna go all the way down for 3. 1, 2, 3. All the way down, laying on your belly. And from here, slide your elbows a little bit forward, underneath your shoulders. The forearms are parallel. We're stretching the abdominals. Push through the shoulders, lift your chest. Sphinx pose. Make sure you're not straining the neck. So just allow the head to follow the spine. The chest is lifting, the heart center is lifting. We are stretching the abdominals. Inhaling and exhaling here. And the next one is harsh. We're gonna take the toes under, lifting the hips, lifting the knees, coming into forearm planks. And here, if you want, you can clasp your fingers. It's a bit more easy. Make sure that your elbows are underneath the shoulders. 5 breaths here, finding your forearm plank. Breathe in, breathing out. 2, 3. Pushing your heels back, straighten those legs. 4, belly is in, tailbone is in. 5, inhaling and exhaling, lifting the hips. Dolphin pose, walk your feet a little bit forward. If it's too early for you for that posture, you can just rest your hips on the mat. If you're in the dolphin pose, make sure that you're not collapsing from the shoulders. Push the shoulders, lift the chest up. 5 breaths here, 3 more left. 3, 4, 5. Inhaling and exhaling, lower the knees down. Child's pose for a moment. This time we're gonna keep the arms front, open your knees wide. Rest your chest between the knees. Few moments here, resting actively, observing that middle part of the spine. Exactly the transition between the lower back and between the upper back, where we have this Manipura chakra. Focus on that spot. Maybe you can visualize the color yellow. So we started a little bit active to generate heat in the body, to activate the inner fire, which in yoga has also spiritual meaning, because this is the purification fire that is burning any imprints that we have from past life, so that everything that was leaving imprints on our body or in our mind will be burned and erased. This is the advantage of yoga, it's not just sweating. One more here, inhalation and exhalation. Begin to walk your palms close to your knees. And through a tabletop pose, we're gonna come again into downward facing dog. Palms are underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers, opening the shoulders, protracting the shoulder blades, pushing the heels down, pushing the knees back, and the chest towards the knees. With the next inhalation, lift your right leg up, 3-leg dog. 3 breaths here. Try to keep your hips parallel, so instead of opening them, try to keep them parallel, facing forward. This means that we're not gonna lift that right leg that high. Shoulders are in the exact same position as in the down dog. Inhaling and exhaling, we're gonna step the right foot forward between the palms. We're gonna find here our position, knee, ankle in line. Left heel is planted. Hips are facing forward. Engage in the deep core. We need this strong core to raise the arms and the upper body into warrior 1. 3 breaths here. Try to push the outer left foot. Keep the hips facing forward. Belly is in, chest is lifted. And if you feel comfortable, you can go a little bit deeper into your warrior 1. Try to not go too forward, so the right knee should be in line with the right ankle. Inhaling and exhaling, spread your arms, open your hips to the left. We are doing the second warrior. You might need to open your feet a little bit wider. Five breaths here. Hips are parallel. Very good. Spreading your arms, going a little bit deeper. Almost a strong core. Inhaling and exhaling, slide the left arm behind the back. We're gonna reverse the warrior, raising the right arm up, stretching the right side of the body. Hips are going down. Right arm is going over the head to the left. Reversing warrior. Inhaling and exhaling, extended side angle. Right elbow comes on top of the right thigh. Extend the left arm over the head. Draw your belly in. Lower down your hips. Engage the feet lock. Spreading the shoulder blades away from each other. Shoulders are away from the neck. Going a little bit deeper with your hips. Strong core, so we are not relaxing here. Super strong core. We can check raising that right elbow. Need to be in the exact position. Very good. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your both palms on the mat. Face your hips forward. And step the right foot back. High plank. Leaning a little bit forward. Then drop your knees only on the mat. For 3, we're gonna go all the way down. 1, bending the elbows. 2, super strong, yay. 3, resting on the mat all the way. Inhaling, pushing with your palms, upper facing dog. Stretching the abdominals. Downward facing dog. One deep breath here. Left leg will go up, 3-leg dog. Try to not open the hips. Keep them facing forward. So we're gonna lower down the left foot a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out. Step the left foot between the palms. We're gonna do the dancing warrior sequence on the left side. Plant your right heel down. Face your hips forward. Engage your deep core. Make sure the knee and the ankle are in line. Go down a little bit with your hips and make sure you're not pushing the outer back foot, but you are pushing the outer back foot. Inhaling, engage in the deep core, raising the arms above the head. Warrior 1. Hips are facing forward. The core is active, focusing on that burning. Inhaling and exhaling, open your arms. Warrior 2, spreading the arms away from each other, lower down your hips. Finding your warrior. And breathing here for 5 breaths. Lift your heart center a little bit lower down the shoulders, spreading the arms. The belly is seen, those hips are parallel to make sure that they are equal. Inhaling and exhaling, reversing the warrior. Right arm is sliding behind the back. Left arm is reaching over the head. We're stretching the left side of the body. The hips are going down. Only stretching here that left obliques. Super strong. Inhaling and exhaling, extended side angle, left elbow, left thigh. Right arm is reaching over the head. Belly is in. Hips are going down. Lift your left elbow to check if you're staying here. Beautiful. Shoulders are away from the ears. Strong core. You can really feel that in that posture. Inhaling and exhaling, both palms will come on the mat on both sides of the left foot. Plank posture. Lean a little bit forward so the shoulders come over the fingers. Knees on the mat. For 3, we're gonna go all the way down. Inhaling and exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Upper facing dog, and we're gonna hold the upper facing dog for 3 breaths here to stretch the abdominals to equalize the breath. Beautiful. Shoulders here are down. Inhaling and exhaling, pushing with your palms, tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Breathing for 3 breaths here, equalizing the breath. Inhaling and exhaling, knees on the mat. If you need a break, you can come into child's pose or drink some water. We started very active. In the class today is going to be very active, kind of like a workout. So anytime it gets too much, come into child's pose, drink some water or make a break. Because the next part that comes is also very harsh. So I give you here a moment if you want for a break or to drink some water. You can also feel free to skip the next exercise or do something that is easier or nicer. And we're gonna come whenever you're ready, no rush. We are working out mindful. This means we want to enjoy it and we want to do everything with awareness, so not just rushing and suffering and sweating. We're gonna keep the feet and the knees hip width apart. And we're gonna bring the palms behind the back. The fingers will point out. And it's approx shoulder width apart. Maybe it's a little bit wider, but not too wide, also not too close. So approx shoulder width apart. We're gonna push with the feet and we're gonna lift the hips forward and up, come into the reverse tabletop pose. Here we're gonna stay for 3 nice breaths. Push with your feet, push with your palms, lift your hips up, lengthen the abdominals, push with the shoulders, lift your chest. And lift the hips as higher as it feels accessible for you. A great shoulder opener. You need to push with the feet and with the palms, and then you can lift higher. Inhaling and exhaling. Lower down the hips, sitting on the mat. Very good. Palms underneath the knees. We're gonna come on our tippy toes, the heels are up. And we're gonna lean a little bit back. And this is just very nice and easy. Lean a little bit back, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders down. Heels are up. Toes are just there for a balance. So we are already working for the pelvic floor. And engaging those deep, deep, deep muscles. So the pelvic floor is in the base of the spine, and according to yoga philosophy, there is sleeping the Kundalini energy like a snake, and we want to wake this energy up and lift it up to the spine till it comes to the crown of the head. And then we have the first chakra, which is where the tailbone is, the roots. It's about being stable, safe, and grounded. Then we have the second, the Spadishtan, which is the sacral chakra. It's where the sacrum is, and it's about creativity, fluidity. So if you're too grounded, then it's highly possible that you're not going to be so creative. And if you're too creative, it's highly possible that you're not grounded enough. So we want to find the balance between all of these nice qualities. And then we have this a little bit higher, so 4 fingers up above the navel. We have this Manipura, yellow, strong personality. Inhaling here and exhaling. Maybe you want to lift right one foot up, parallel with the mat, and then switch it, left foot up. So this is already getting hard, I assume, at least for me. I don't know how do you feel, but just finding here the balance. I can feel already my core burning. If you want more, you can bring your both legs up, shin are parallel with the mat, and we want to really focus on breathing. So we want to activate the deep muscles. The deep muscles in the body uh, we want to activate and to control them. So we want to connect the mind and nervous system with these muscles to send the flow of the energy there, and then you can feel it and activate it. Otherwise, it's just something that we have, but we are not very aware. Breathing here. If this is too much, anytime you can go out of the posture and make a break. If you want more, release the arms. Just for one deep breath, inhaling and exhaling, sit on the mat. Very good job, ladies. Bringing the palms back. This time we're gonna point the fingers towards the body. Make sure this is okay for your wrists. You might need to bend the elbows a little bit. Feet are hip width apart, inhaling and exhaling. Voila! Tabletop pose. Reverse tabletop pose, sorry. Stretching the front side of the body. Stretching the abdominals. That we've been now contracting so hard in the boat pose. You can stay here. You can make a break if you want. Or third option, if you want it harder, right leg up. 3 breaths, right leg up. Only an option. Very good. And switching the legs, left leg up. Beautiful. Lift the hips higher or not, just an option. Inhaling and exhaling, both feet down, hips down. Butt pose, palms underneath the knees. Anytime you need a break, go ahead. 3 more breaths here in the boat pose. You can feel free to release if you like. Inhaling and exhaling, feet on the mat. Woohoo! That was harsh, very good job. We are not done yet, but if you want, you can skip it. This time the palms are pointing back. Make sure you're pushing with the feet, with the palms. If this is not accessible for you, this rotation is not accessible for the shoulders or it's hurting your wrist, just do any of those that we've done before. Pushing with the feet, lifting the hips forward and up. Reverse tabletop pose. The head can be resting. You can relax it. If I relax mine, the microphone will fall down, so I will not show it. But if your neck is healthy, you can relax the head. Feet are pushing actively, hips are lifting actively. Here I give you an option, only if you want and if you feel comfortable, you can lift the right arm and reach over the head. Flip the dog. And if you feel strong, you can extend the right leg forward into wild thing pose. One more deep breath here into your modification. Step the right foot parallel with the left one. Right palm is down. You're going to switch the arms. Left arm over the head. This is only if you're doing that option. If you want, you can also extend that left leg forward. It's a wild thing modification. Inhaling and exhaling. Left foot back, close to the right one. Palms on the mat. Okay, I think it was too much. Huh? Child pose. Child pose, resting the forehead on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling through a tabletop pose. We're gonna lift the hips through a tabletop pose one more time. We're gonna come into downward facing dog, and here we have one more mini flow. Right leg goes up, three leg dog, inhaling. Exhaling, this time we're gonna step it in the middle, so between the palms, in between the foot, in the center. We're gonna bring the weight of the body on the right foot, lift the left leg up, parallel with the mat, getting ready for a third warrior. Engage the right foot holding the mat, find your balance, maybe bend the right knee a little bit. We're gonna lift the upper body in one line with the right foot, or with the left foot, sorry, left leg. Third warrior. You can stay here, or if you want, you can bend the left knee and you can lift your chest a little bit. So we are doing a little bit of back bend here. Engaging those glutes that we've been now working out so hard. Engaging the back side of the body. At the same time, we have this strong core and the parallel hips in order to find the balance. We are opening the front side of the body. If you're bending the knee, you can reach with the left arm and come into a dancer pose. Just a small dancer, finding the balance. If you're more flexible, if your shoulders are open, you can reach also with the right palm and hold to that left foot. So both palms are holding the foot. Foot is kicking inside of the palm. A gentle back bend. Heart center is lifted. Hips are parallel. So make sure that your hips are even. So parallel with the mat, not collapsing. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing the foot. You're gonna bend the right knee. You're gonna bring the left leg on top of the right one. So we're gonna cross the legs, left shin on top of the right one. We're gonna come a little bit deeper into this squat called standing pigeon. And here, focus on those even hips. If you notice your hips are not even, bring them parallel with the mat. You can stay here, or if you want more, you can do a little bit of twist from the core. We're gonna twist, then the left arm gonna come on the left foot. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting the upper body, coming to standing. Bend the left knee, squeeze it towards your chest, extend the left leg forward. Inhaling, exhaling, step it down. Oh, that was hard, so I can feel everything burning. I hope you also feel it, and I hope that you can also feel it tomorrow. Okay, shake it out a little bit. We're gonna do the other side. Come into the front edge of the mat. If you need a break, if you need some water, go ahead. Inhaling, raising the arms above the head, pushing the hips forward. Exhaling, folding all the way down. Halfway up, inhaling, bend the knees, plant the palms, plank pose. Leaning forward a little bit, shoulders come over the fingers, knees down. For 3, we're gonna go all the way down. 1, 2, 3. Upper facing dog for 3 breaths. Stretching these abdominals. Shoulders are active. Make sure you're not squeezing your neck. Yes, you can also bend the elbows a little bit. Beautiful. Breathing out, take the toes under. Downward facing dog. Just for a deep breath in and deep breath out. Left leg wheel goes up. 3 leg dog, hips are parallel. Inhaling, Exhaling, step the left foot in the middle of the mat, between the palms, between the right foot. Bring the weight of the body on the left foot and begin to rise your right leg up. So no need to go too high, just as it feels comfortable for your hips. So you want to keep the hips parallel with the mat. Maybe you will be a little bit too high, a little bit down. It doesn't really matter the line. We want to only find the balance. So the belly is in, the hips are parallel. You can also bend the left knee. And bring your palms in front of your chest. Begin to leave your upper body, coming into third warrior. Here we have a modification. Bend the right knee, engaging the glutes, and lift your chest a little bit. Gentle back bend. You can reach with the right arm and hold to the right foot from the outer side, coming into this dancer pose. Come from that side. So make sure you're not pulling the knee to the side. It's rather close. Both knees are close. And no need to go all the way down, just a little bit, just holding to that foot and stretching the front side of the right leg. If you're more flexible, if you have open shoulders, you can reach with the left palm and hold to the right foot. Super strong, very good. Very, very good. Finding the balance, looking at one gazing point. Feel that burn in the whole body. Inhaling and exhaling, release the foot, bend the left leg, and cross the right leg on top. Right shin comes on top of the left leg. I will just turn so that you see me, you don't have to change your position. Find those even hips, strong core. All of this here is strong and active. And you can go a little bit deeper, palms together, finding your balance. You need to choose one gazing point and to only look at that point. You can stay here, or if you want more, you can do a little bit of twist from the core. We're going to rotate our chest to the left. The right arm will come on the right foot. Twisting a little bit to the left. Just an option. Inhaling and exhaling, palms together in front of the chest. Lift the upper body. Squeeze the right knee towards the chest. Almost there. Just one more breath. Inhale and extend the right leg forward. Yes. Exhaling, releasing. You can shake it off. Shake it. Letting everything, all the tension go. You're gonna come to the front of the mat. Inhaling, raising the arms above the head. Exhaling, falling forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, palms on the mat, step it back, plank. Super strong, very good. Lean a little bit forward, shoulders come over the fingers. Knees on the mat for 3. We're gonna go all the way down. Inhaling, exhaling for 1, 2, 3, all the way down. Okay, stay here for a moment. You can rest your chin on the mat. So we are laying now on our belly. This is kind of like a massage for the internal organs. So it's stimulating the digestion. And for our topic today, for this Manipura chakra, we're gonna do one more gentle back bend. We're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna hold to the ankles from the outer side. And first, we're only gonna lift the upper body, keep the knees on the mat, and just focus how the inhalation is lifting your chest up. You can also hold to your toes. This is difficult posture, so if it's not accessible for you, you can do side by side. You can just do one side and then the other one. Inhaling and exhaling. Release your chin or your forehead on the mat according to your neck. If there is neck issue, then you're gonna keep the forehead on the mat. If there is not, then you can keep the chin. With the next inhalation, we're gonna lift the knees and the upper body at the same time, coming into bow pose. Try to keep those knees parallel. Try to keep them close. Try to lift the chest, to squeeze the shoulder blades. The head is extension of the spine. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly release all the way down. On the mat, child's pose. Push with your palms underneath the shoulders. Sit on your heels. You can open your knees a little bit. Just resting for a few moments. Observing your breath, you can bring the focus on the middle part of your back. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your palms close to the head. And we're gonna sit on the right side, extend the legs forward. Paschimottanasana, straight legs, legs together, squeezing the thighs together. Imagine there is a book. If you have a book, you can bring it between your thighs. You can also bring a yoga block and squeeze it. Then the legs are a little bit more open to make sure that you're engaged in that pelvic flow and that everything is contracted. This is just an option. You don't have to do that. You can just squeeze both legs together. Inhaling, raising the arms above the head. Exhaling, reach forward and grab whatever you can. Maybe there is a toe, maybe there is a shin, a mat, whatever you can hold. The most easy, or at least most enjoyable for me, is the palms come on top of the fingers. And then you can push your fingers towards you, so you're also stretching the Achilles and the calf muscles. Therapy for the feet. You can go a little bit deeper into your foot. Feel free to bend the knees if you want. With inhalation, lift your chest up. With exhalation, push your belly down. Try to not strain your neck. Neck is just extension of the spine. So you want to push the chest forward and up. And don't think about the head. Allow the head to follow that movement. You can even close your eyes. We stay here for a few moments. We're going to push the chest forward and up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Belly goes down. It's like a glue with the thighs. So the belly and the thighs are together. Inhaling. Lifting the chest. Exhaling. Pushing the belly down. One more inhalation. Active. Lifting the chest. Exhaling. Belly down. Allow the head to go all the way down, and you can choose your modification, holding the toes from the top or the outer feet. You can hold the big toes. There is no wrong or right, there are just different modification of the exact same posture. And you can rest here for a moment. The knees can be bent, the knees can be straight. Choose your own modification. And just rest your mind. You can bring the focus to the middle part of your back. Allow your head here to relax. If you were straining the neck during the practice, now you can shake the head a little bit from side to side. Yes, and just rest here, just for a few breaths. Turning the mind inwards. We are folding forward. and looking inward. You can close your eyes. Few more moments here. Just relaxing. Observing the breath, the difference in the breath, the difference in the body, and the difference in the mind. Inhaling and exhaling, and you can release the feet and you can slowly come back into sitting. Okay, the next we have from that position, I'm gonna open the legs. So you can just sit in a way that is comfortable, maybe to see the screen. So we want to have a little bit of stretch, but we are not competing, so it's not about how wide. We can do that, just a little bit stretch in the abductors. The spine is straight, so you want to make sure that you're lifting the chest, so you're lengthening those abdominals, and that you're pushing a little bit your belly forward. So if you're not building the position here from the pelvis and then you're rounding the spine, then you will have somewhere discomfort. So you want to make sure that the sitting bones are on the mat. Then we're lifting the chest, pushing the thighs down. Straight spine. Just for one more moment here, lifting the chest. Imagine invisible string through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Finding this straight spine. Inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to bring the left palm on top of the right thigh. And the right arm over the head. We're going to stretch the right side of the body. We're going to reach towards the left foot. So we've done something similar in this reversed warrior posture when we were stretching the obliques. We want to keep the shoulders perpendicular with the mat. If you're flexible, you can hold to that toe, but make sure that your shoulders are perpendicular with the mat. So here I'm also compromising a little bit with the posture. So it's not the perfect side bend, but it's more relaxing posture. When you're holding something, then it's more relaxing. Otherwise, just keep on reaching. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna come into the center with the next inhalation. Releasing. We're gonna switch the arms. Right arm, we're gonna come on top of the left thigh. Left arm is reaching over the head. Side stretch, stretching the left side, the left obliques. The left arm is in line with the upper body if it's possible. So we are not folding that much forward. It's more about side and stretching the left obliques. After all of this intensive work that we have done now, the muscles are super warm and very easy to be stretched. So if you feel comfortable, you can push and stretch a little bit more, but you should always listen to your body, because even if the muscles are warm and you can stretch them, then if you're not practicing regularly, then there are other tissues in the body that are not adapting that fast to the training, and then you can hurt yourself and you can injure a ligament or a tendon. It's not about stretching the ligament, the muscles. The muscles are adapting very fast to the training, and even if you're not working out regularly, and then after this good warm up and after this good workout, then you can stretch and go deeper, but then you wake up tomorrow and then you had an injury. So always with control, with awareness, and giving yourself time. Inhaling and exhaling, come into the center. We have one more forward fold now. From here, we're gonna walk the fingers as little spiders. We're gonna go forward, forward, forward. If you have a block or if you have a prop, you can use it under your chest, under your head. You don't have to, I'm just giving options because I know that some of you have already blocks or another props at home, and if you don't know what to do, I'm just giving you ideas. So when you want to practice by yourself, then you know what you can use it for. You can rest your elbows on the mat. If you're more flexible, you can reach your arms forward and rest your forehead on the mat. Just for a few moments here. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Begin to walk the little spiders back. Come into standing. Very slowly we're gonna close the legs a little bit with control, with the help of the palms. And we're gonna do bound angle pose, butterfly. Feet will be together, knees are open. Hold to your feet. You can also find your position in the middle of the mat, so your hips are in the middle of the mat, approx, holding to your feet. Spine is straight. Just for one more moment here, you can push the knees active to the mat. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing the feet, and begin to walk your palms back. We're gonna lay vertebra by vertebra, we're gonna lay on the mat. The back of the palms is resting. You can stay here in that position if you need a little bit more opening for your hips area. You can stay here if it's comfortable, or whenever it's too much, you can extend the legs into Shavasana. Feet are at both edges of the mat, pointing out. Palms are facing the ceiling. Close your eyes and for a few moments relax your mind. Observing the difference in your body, the difference in your mind. It was an extremely intensive practice. And you've done a great job, so you should be proud of yourself. Because to make your do things that you don't want to, but you know it's good for you, this is strong mind, and this is the inner fire. This is the strong will that we are cultivating today, the strong personality, and you've done just great with it. Keep your eyes closed, take a deep breath in and deep breath out, letting everything go, and you can just stretch your arms over the head, waking up the body from a deep sleep, bending the knees. If you like, keep the eyes closed, just slowly moving the body a little bit from side to side, no rules. Just to wake up and to move around, the energy, circulation in the joints will be improved. Whenever you're ready, you can rotate to your right side. Right arm is under the head as a pillow. Left palm is in front of you for support. Pushing with the left arm, pushing with the right arm, coming into any comfortable for you sitting position with a straight spine. Keep the eyes closed. Bring the palms together in front of your chest and begin to rub them to warm them up. And cover your eyes, cover your face. Give them some of this energy. And you can open your eyes inside of your palms and bring the palms away from your face. Keep on looking at your skin, spreading the fingers, looking between them, away from you. And if you like, you can also bring the palms together in front of your chest. Thank you for your practice. I will stop now the recording. And if you like, you can share with